Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Ugandan Podcast. I am Rita Kanya Mujuni and I am your host. Now, on the Ugandan Podcast, we talk about everything Ugandan and being Ugandan. Now, in this particular edition and for this month, we are going to be taking a look at women in tech. It's the Women's Month and it's a good time to highlight them, their challenges, how they're thriving, and what you can take from this. In this particular edition, I am joined by Lisa Kusiima, a lady who you might have heard her say, welcome to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
Did I get it right?
Yes, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a thing.
Well, that's Lisa. And on another side, she's also on Instagram. Quite a good following over there.
46,000, as of now. Yeah.
And it could grow. We don't even know what it could be like tomorrow.
It has to grow. It will grow.
Yes. And from there, she's making some good money as she shares content about being a mother, being a wife, being a woman on the family side of things.
Yes.
But before Lisa became that, for 6 years, you were in an office. You got up 8 to 5. Sometimes it was longer. What was that like?
I actually enjoyed it. I was working at a leadership and management consulting firm called Acclaim Africa. Wonderful organization. I was an analyst there and also an executive assistant to the MD. Yeah. And I loved doing it because I was helping organizations, with their strategies and business planning and all that. But along the journey, I'm very passionate about family. I discovered my purpose, that I'm here to build stronger families. So I knew that needed me to be, out there. How do you build strong families? First of all, my family has to be strong, but then I need to help others build it. So I, looked for a platform and I said, YouTube is it, because YouTube is worldwide. It's not just Uganda, it's everywhere. So I wanted to impact families worldwide. So yeah, it was amazing. I had a good employer and I was able to talk to him about, my challenge with trying to juggle the family and the work. And he was so receptive. He was like, let's walk this journey with you. I asked to work 2 days a week. He accepted because I just given birth to my second child and I was going through some sort of depression and I was just trying to find out who am I, So he accepted and I worked 2 days a week, but balancing it all was not easy. So as I started that, I realized I needed to let go of one thing and purpose was just calling me. It was calling me on this other side. So yeah, it was amazing. But then for a season, it ended and then I started content creation fully.
Now starting content creation fully.
Yeah.
Is that bit where they'll say, these people come onto their stories or they come onto YouTube and say, people have asked me and now I want to recommend this or give a review on something. What was the following like when you decided to take the big leap?
Actually, people don't even believe it, but I was never on Instagram. I started on YouTube. I didn't even know what influencers do. I didn't even know there were influencers, like honestly. So I started on YouTube because that was my main platform. I learned about, how to thrive on YouTube, how to make some money on YouTube. And then as I was researching, I landed on a course on a YouTube challenge and they taught us you need to leverage other platforms. So I was like, okay. So yeah, open up an Instagram, open up a TikTok, maximize Facebook, put your content out there so that people can see you, So that's what I did. And then I opened, Instagram. So I was at 0 and you start following people, your cousins, your relatives, you know that drill. So then I started to just put content out there, use the YouTube content and share it on there, share a bit of my life. So there was really no following. It was like from 0 to now 46,000 where we're at now. Yeah.
Did you have to draw a line? Because when you say you're sharing with everyone everything about you, I must say that not only Ugandans, but people just seem not to know where the boundaries are. So did you have to draw a boundary?
Yes, I had actually a chat with my husband when we were starting out. What can we share? And of course, in the beginning, we didn't know where it was going. So we also didn't know. But we're like, okay, maybe not showing children in the beginning. But then as I kept, going on, I realized if I'm going to build strong families and I'm teaching my children how to memorize scripture, I need to show the world how I'm doing it. So we may need to sacrifice that, to help people. Because I keep telling people here that we are not born for ourselves. We are born for others. So that is a sacrifice that I'm making to help you build strong families.
Okay. So now with that sacrifice, you left your job.
Yeah.
So this salary, this expectation at every end of the month, somehow gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So meaning you had to put in some work. But what was it like monetizing your content?
Yeah. So because I planned, the transition was a bit smooth. I was working then 2 days a week. So the salary, of course, reduced. So it showed us, what it's like having less salary than what I had. So the pool in the family reduced. But then it helped us plan, okay? Are we going to reduce our expenses? What are we going to do? Are we going to increase income? How are we going to do it, and things like that. So like I mentioned, I was researching, how to make YouTube thrive, how to make money. And there are lots of ways to monetize content. And I learned that on YouTube, they'll pay you ads. They'll show ads on your channel, then you earn something. And in the beginning, I was like, okay, wow, I'm going to make money. etc. I'd watched a video, I think Ann Kansime had shared her journey and how she got a few millions and showed, her producer at that time. I was like, wow, 1 million. Oh my God, I'm going to make it. So I put in the work. And let me tell you, it's not easy. YouTube has the criteria, before you earn, you must have 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time. And then when you get there, that's not it. You're
There's
just
more.
beginning. Because to get a lot of money on YouTube, you need so many viewers to watch your videos. And remember, you guys are always skipping ads.
Look at them. The next
guys
time you're watching something,
Skip ad. Come on, just call it 1 minute of the ad,
think of Lisa at the end of the month.
Yeah. So, and things like that. So I realized that my shortest path to revenue was not going to be YouTube ads. YouTube ads was going to be great. It's going to come in whenever, because I look at YouTube as an investment, an asset for as your channel grows. But at the beginning, you can't be counting YouTube ads.
Yeah.
So I discovered my shortest path to revenue was going to be through other platforms like Instagram,
Okay.
which are a bit, faster, and brands can work with you on Instagram. And then as I grew my platform, I realized I had a community. And now I have knowledge. For example, I've had my house help now for 5 years. Okay, there's something I'm doing right. How about if I put something together, a digital product, and then I sell it at maybe 20K for my followers to buy, and maybe they could, find some help with this household help issue. And it worked, and I made quite a bit of money.
How much were you charging for that?
In the beginning, I think I charged 20K for the house help kit. It was a digital product. At that point, it had only an appraisal tool, like how to appraise them. And then as I kept improving, it now has a recruitment guide, how to recruit them better, an appraisal tool because they need to be appraised, orientation guide, and then, things like that. So I realized that people are following you for a reason. You're inspiring them. You have some knowledge. Put it to use. Monetize your knowledge.
So 20,000, how much is it going for now?
So it was now, I had made it, I think 40K at the time, and then I did a discount. It's now at 25K. You can still get 25K, guys. Are you seeing how I'm just helping you? Yeah, manage the households better. So things like that.
Yeah. So you're trying to say that YouTube is one of the places, but there were these other places. So you had brands coming to you.
Yes.
How much is the most you charge? Or how much is the least that you charge?
So it depends, it depends, because sometimes I have small businesses that come to me and I advertise them on my stories for like 25K on market days. But I can even charge up to 6 million, 10 million, 11 million, depending on what package you want. So when you build this community, brands come. It's like how can I say it? Like your platform is a potential billboard, because so many people have eyes on you, eyes on your channel, eyes on your videos, so they can advertise with you, and then you push out products that I use that you want to try out and things like, and that will bring in money. So there is YouTube ads that can help you get money, monetizing your knowledge that you can sell. Then there's brand collaborations and things like that. So,
and market days as well.
Market days and events. You can now put out events and people come, and then you speak to them and inspire them.
Do you have a line where if I came around and said, hey, Lisa, I'm going to bring 15 million to the table, I want you to be able to put this out as a brand for me, would you be willing?
Yes, it depends.
Don't you have a line that you draw to?
Now we need to talk about it. You know, does that fit with the kind of, because also as a brand, you need to know who are you targeting. So Lisa has moms, wives, husbands, you know, family, children, you know, all those things. Like you're targeting moms, you know, because we have children, etc. So it's not just anyone. Who are you trying to reach? Does it align with me? Like there's some things I can't promote, like alcohol, because for me I'm born again, so I will not be able to work with UBL, for example, you know, and that's okay. You can't reach everyone, you know. So yeah, so we'll have to talk through what exactly do you want to achieve? Who are you as a brand? Does that fit into my brand? Yeah.
Is there any strange offer that you have ever gotten and you're like, no?
I will not say strange. Because by the time a brand reaches out, they have seen you. They know what you can and what you cannot do. So I've not gotten strange. Yeah, no, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for now, you're on the safe side of
yes,
things,
I am.
What or who would be a person you'd like to sit down with for dinner? A lady, Ugandan. If you got just 30 minutes of dinner with her.
Ugandan.
Ugandan, yeah.
Yeah.
And why?
Ugandan. Well, Flavia Tumsime is a good one. I think she, you know, I love how she speaks. I love what the kind of work she does. She has really grown over time, and yeah, I think I would love to have a chat with her because she's always on Instagram and she inspires women. She shares her story, and I think she's strong. She's a strong woman, and having a chat with her would be amazing. Yeah.
So hey, Flavia, Lisa. In short, let's put it out there.
Shooting my shot.
30 minutes, only 30 minutes.
Yes.
Only
30 minutes are enough for me. I don't need more.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the most important message that you would like a Ugandan woman out there who is listening to this podcast, who's watching us on YouTube, when it comes to content creation, or who perhaps she has been seeing, she's like, maybe this is a place I could go. What would you want her to know?
I just want you to know that content creation can be a job. Because, you know, there's a lot of people feel like when you're online, you're just, or Slack queen, you're just, you know. But no, you can actually put out content and earn from it. The one thing I will say is that be yourself. Be authentic, be yourself, and then add value. Because you cannot be Lisa Kusiima. You cannot be Rita Kanya. You are you. So be who you are. Because I remember when I was starting out, some people, you know, told me, you know, don't speak like that because I'm very animated, you know, I like to use my hands and what. So maybe they wanted me to be like, you know, and I can't because I can't, that's not who I am.
Yeah.
So be yourself. Your tribe, you know, your vibe attracts your tribe. You get. So if I'm like this, then the people who like that will come to me. So be yourself, and then you have a lot of knowledge in your head. Like and lots of experiences. People want to learn something from you. So share it. Don't be afraid. Because so many times we're afraid, what will people think about me? What if it doesn't work out? What if it works? What if it works?
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of opportunity online. You can do it. Just put yourself out there, punch fear in the face, and go for it. Be consistent, be authentic, and add value. Because people are always asking for, they need answers. Just solve them. Yeah. Just give them those answers.
Give a solution.
People are always looking. We're always looking, how can I learn makeup? Or how can I use a camera? You know, just put it out there.
Yeah. Well, going back to something that you mentioned, when it comes to the money part of it, you said brands can give you up to 6 million for something, even higher than that.
Yes.
But in the same space that they're putting this ad, which might be on your story or eventually in a post that you put up, we also have television. We have newspapers, we have radios, all those, which sometimes actually will charge less. So why would they come to Lisa and not come to the television? I will not say one or the other.
Yeah. So you see, when you put out a billboard, for example, people are passing, all kinds of people. But when you put an advert on Lisa Kusiima's channel, they trust me. And it's targeted. When you put out a Pampers billboard, for example, people are not mothers. Everyone is just passing by. They're not interested. I will look and continue. But when you use Lisa Kusiima, you know who she is. You know the kind of people that she has. They trust her because people buy from people. if I use something and I love it, I will recommend it. And then people are like, oh, okay, okay, I can try that. Or they see my blazer, they look at it and they're like, I want to look like Lisa, So people trust me. People believe in what I say. That's the difference. You see, with radio, TV, etc., it's a good platform because you reach so many. But then here, it's targeted, it's niche, and you're sure that the right people you want are going to listen. So you have ears. Your ears are on the right people. So, so that's what I can say. And TV, all those things are nice, but just try. And everyone is on their phone. That's the thing about social media, is that now everyone is on their phone.
Yeah.
Everywhere they're going, even as they're driving, sadly, So tap into it. If you're a brand out there, try social media influencing. It works.
And when you talk about social media influencing, there's the elephant in the room, which is, so we'll just give you freebies first, exposure, your numbers for now, we can't really give you, but with time, we shall come back to you and give you money.
Yes.
There's that bit of, you're starting out, but when do you say, I'm not going to be able to advertise for you for free?
Yeah. So when you're starting out, I would advise anyone to take the PR packages, because you're just starting, so no one knows you. Just try it out and then show the brand the value that you can offer them. Send them those stats, let them see that 100 people have seen, because you're starting out. So take on those freebies in the beginning. But once you have built your brand, don't take free things, because you see, when you start taking free things, they will tell another brand, Lisa, she will do for you for free. Just send her lipstick. But you see, lipstick does not put food on the table. I already have lipstick. I already have it. So now when you give me free lipstick, honestly, how is it going to help me? But I just like to analyze and ask myself, how am I going to learn from this work? Maybe they want me to take a photo of this product. Maybe I'm going to learn how photo taking skills. Okay, I could take the free thing. Maybe it's going to help me enter that network, because once you work with a brand and they see that you're good, okay, they're more willing now to offer something, a paying job next time. So just analyze, what can I get from this? It has to be a win-win. You can't just be giving free all the time. So make that analysis and then, do something about it. But don't be taking free stuff every time, because they want to give you exposure, but now, I'm already exposed.
What more?
Okay, thank you. What more can you give me?
Yeah.
Things like that.
So you ask those questions to yourself and sit down with yourself.
Yes, and then I analyze.
Okay. Now, one of those that I just have to know. What's the strangest hour you have gotten up to create content?
Oh my God. I think there's a time I slept, okay, for some people it may not be late, but as a mom, it's late. It was like midnight. I was shooting content, trying to take pictures of perfume, etc. But that shows you that you're passionate about something. And that's why I tell people, why are you there? You have to have a reason. So for me, I think about a mother out there that needs me. So I need to get up. So sometimes, even when I was pregnant, I remember I had morning sickness, and sometimes I'd be throwing up, but I would still come on Instagram and show up and tell people how to go through this, because it's not about me. It's about helping someone out there. A mother, a wife needs you, and things like that. So I have gone late, but I know that I need to get this done.
Okay, so Lisa, I have followed you. I won't lie. I'm a mother, and there are times Lisa would recommend something that would actually help me through the process. Some products that you have said. But there are times that I saw you go through experiences. You literally took us through your birth process.
Yeah.
And I wondered, when do you take a break as a content creator?
Yeah.
Because many people in the former experience industry will say, there are times when you stop work for what you're about to go through. But content creation is your job.
Yeah.
You took us through the labor process, through the pain. I believe it was your husband who was recording all of this. So when was the husband, saying, sorry, we're going to get through this, and then he's on the other side of the camera?
So I like to be that person for other mothers. For example, when I got pregnant, I got married early, then I got pregnant. I didn't have people around me.
How early, Lisa? Because now we have to investigate. Was it above 18?
I was above 18,
okay.
But I was about 22. My husband didn't like me saying my age, but I was about 22. And all my friends were not married. They were not pregnant, they're not given birth. So I was alone. And I remember going through those challenges and I was like, oh my God, I wish I knew this. Like, what, and I want to be that voice for someone. So when I'm going through labor, I want to show people what to expect. Like now, for example, my labor was so short. It was such a miracle because all my other labors would go like 27 hours. Now I want to show that journey and show you that, you can do this. People are going through labor and they are scared. So sometimes as a content creator, yes, you have to sieve what is content and what is not, because anything can be content. But then I assess, is this going to help someone? If it's going to help someone, if I can do it, why not do it? Because someone out there, I get messages from people saying, oh, thank you for, telling me about this hospital or this guy. And, oh my God, he has blessed me and things like that. If I didn't share, they would also be struggling and going through the same mistakes I did in the beginning. Yeah. No, we are not allowing that. You're going to do better.
Okay. Now, challenges. Let's talk about it. We have talked about the money, how nice it is. We've talked about the sacrifice at this point. But what are the challenges that you go through as a content creator?
So for me, the first challenge, because, purpose should pay you. I always tell people purpose should pay you. So as you come onto this journey, money has to come through in one way or another. But the challenge we find, for example, with brands is that they are so focused on numbers. You're just 5K. They feel like you won't give them value. And then they go out for the bigger influencers. And yet sometimes the smaller creators have a lot of trust with their community. Yes, I have 5,000 followers, but all 5,000 of them trust me and will buy what I recommend. And yet you might have 3 million and guys don't want to know. They're there for vibes. So sometimes brands are so focused on the numbers that they they don't want to work with, smaller creators. And then that's how we're going to grow. So if brands could also look at the smaller creators and just work with them and see that they actually can bring value, then it would be so important to be so good. So that's one of the challenges I faced, especially when I was, coming up. The other challenge is internet. This is the space we are living in, but internet is expensive. There are so many restrictions. So you can't use some features on Instagram because you don't have a VPN and things like that. So it makes our work hard. Yeah. So those are some of the challenges. And then imposter syndrome. You come on here, you're telling people about marriage, but in your head, something is telling you, who are you? How dare you? I remember when I was just gotten married 3 years in, I was sharing my 4 lessons in 4 years of marriage and people bashed me.
Really?
How dare you share lessons? You're just 4 years in marriage.
What do you know?
What do you know? Wait until you're 10 years, tonalaba, and things like that.
But for you had seen by a 4th year.
But I'm just sharing my experiences. Yeah. So some of those things, the negativity that comes with it can just make you feel like you're not adequate.
How do you deal with that negativity?
Yeah.
Because if you're seeing those comments, are you like, I'll block you? How do you deal with them?
So for me, I just let people be. I know why I'm here. The one who brought me here. I keep telling people that it was not a conference call when God called me. It was private. So I know why I'm there. When the negative comment comes, it's hurtful, of course, but you don't let it spoil your day. Or, sometimes I share with my husband and telling Banange, this chick told me that I talk too much or things like that. It's hurtful, but then you remember why you're there. Focus on the positives because so many people are being impacted and they are sharing with you all these nice things, how you've helped them. Focus on those ones because many times we focus on the negative, the 1, 2, 3. Focus on the 1,000 who are cheering you on. Yeah, that's what keeps me going.
Okay. Yeah. Men, women in the content creation space. Do you find that the women are thriving more in that space? Do you find that it's a space for both men and women to create content and influence?
I honestly know a handful of men creators. I don't even know they can feel the hand. I don't know them. Yeah, but I think women are just pouring through. They are doing it. They are stepping out. I love it. So I don't know about the men, honestly, but I don't know, because if it's camera, maybe they are shy or they feel like it's a woman thing. I honestly don't know, but the women are taking over.
So in Women's Month, you'll be telling women?
I'll be telling women, punch fear in the face. Do what you have to do. That thing, that dream that you have, now is the time to do it.
Okay. So we're getting into a part of the podcast that's quite interesting. It's really quick. We don't want you to think for so long.
Okay.
3 questions and a very short time.
Okay.
Yeah. So once I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you answer.
All right.
Yeah. 5 seconds.
Pressure.
Pressure indeed. It's called quickfire. So what's that one treat you'd wish a Ugandan woman to experience? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Travel.
Where?
Travel. Singapore. Amazing place. It's beautiful. So much fun. So much shopping. It's everything in one. Like it has everything. Yes.
And in Uganda?
In Uganda, I think ginger is beautiful. Yeah, ginger, source of the Nile, bungee jumping. You have to try it. Yeah, let the adrenaline just come through.
Now, the subject, let's go to education in Uganda. That one subject that really stressed you, Lisa.
Yeah.
Every time you thought of, I have an exam in this, you're
Yeah.
like,
Chemistry. Let me tell you, I did coaching. They took me for coaching, but I did coaching. And even after coaching, the equations were just not balancing. Like, I don't know why.
So in the end, how did the equation balance?
I think I got a 4. Yeah, not too bad.
Credit 4.
Yeah, credit. Not too bad, but it was
You
tight.
tried. You
I
did
tried,
well.
but yeah.
And lastly, what's that one thing that you always have in your handbag? Today you walked in with 2. I know content creators, you can't know which bag is for which, but she had 2 with her. So what's that one thing that's always in your handbag?
So the other one was a pump. That's why I have 2. But lipstick. Lipstick, even at home. Guys, don't be looking ashy and shabby. Ladies, put some lipstick on or some lip gloss. Yeah, fire. So that when the husband comes, Banangi, he's seeing that you're shining.
You just marinate yourself the entire day at home.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that is Lisa Kusiima. It was glad to have you on the Ugandan podcast. Before we let you go, what's that one thing the ministry, the Ugandan government could do for you as content creators?
Please, internet, lower the charges with internet, and then, make it, content creation is a job, so just push it out there, enable us to thrive. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lisa, thank you so much for joining us on the Ugandan podcast. It was glad having you.
Thank you for having me.
A lot of women and maybe also now men will perhaps aspire to buy a few things for their wives.
Yes,
like you have said, those lipstick things.
Lipstick, or even this blazer, by the way, my husband bought for Valentine's. So please, men out there, invest in your wives.
The men who are watching and listening, what is the last thing you got for your wife? It may not have been on Valentine's Day, but what's the last thing you got her?
Please think about it.
Okay, well, Lisa, I was glad once again having you on the Ugandan podcast.
Thank you.
For those who have been able to listen, to watch, maybe there's something they have picked up. Yeah, content creation. I know that it's something that you can do and you can make money.
You can.
Yeah, it just requires sacrifice of time, of you have to sit down with yourself and think through it all. Yeah, so maybe I will also go on to the other side of things and get a pen and paper and start to write.
We are waiting for you.
Lisa. The Ugandan podcast airs across all platforms and they're just right there below the screen. Share, subscribe, and like Lisa says, the notification bell.
Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any episode.
Well said.
Yeah.